can you hear me? Actually, can you hear me now?
No, but I'll manage.
Your man is okay, like it's not clear, but you can hear me a little.
I can hear you now, but you're not loud
Okay, I'm not loud.
enough. Yes.
Okay, let me just bring my mouth closer to my okay. I know where the problem is. Luashi,
Sir?
can you hear me now?
Yes, sir.
Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so the problem was actually I have this Bluetooth speaker and it was on all the while. So I was supposed to off it. I normally off it, but I didn't remember. I think that's where the problem is from.
Maybe.
So like my voice is now standard the way it used to be before, huh?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you very much. Yeah, Blessing, can you confirm from your own side that you can hear me now?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Buchi, Choma, can you confirm you can hear me very well?
Yes, I can hear you well.
Okay, so let's start out. Welcome to another wonderful day of biology. And today, like I said in the previous classes, we are going to be moving 3 steps faster. So today we want to enter the systems, and we're going to be starting out with the excretory systems. Afterwards, we're going to be looking at the maybe transport, respiratory, and the rest of them. And these systems, they come out in JAMB every year. And very importantly, what we're going to be looking at are things that are likely to come out, things that must come out. They just have to come out. And JAMB is going to ask you, phlegm cell is the excretory part of what organism? And they are going to ask you, incest, what do they use in excretion? What are the excretory products from phlegm cell? You are supposed to know these kinds of things. And those are the things we're going to be looking at today. And I'm going to quickly open up our learning material. Like we all know, this is our new platform, Execratory.com. That is where we'll learn from. And I'm going to quickly click on all courses, so that I'll have all the courses opened. And once they are opened, I'm going to fetch biology and open it up so that we'll get to where we want to be. Okay, so I hope those people having problem with their JAMB registrations, it has been sorted out now, isn't it? Like everybody's fully registered in our class, isn't it? Oluwaseyi, are you fully registered?
Yeah.
Are you fully registered for JAMB now?
No, not really.
So what's the issue? Are you having profile code issue or what?
Yeah. No.
Okay, profile code. Blessing, are you fully registered?
Yes.
Okay. Choma, are you fully registered?
Yes, I am.
Blessing Okesola. Is this the same Blessing? Are you logged on 2 occasions? I have Blessing and I have Okesola. Okay. So I'm gonna click on this biology. See the biology we are using, the one by Abraham Idapo. That's the one we're using. So, and I just opened it up. And please, I gave some assignments yesterday on English language. Very important assignments. Once you are able to handle that assignment, you'll find it very easy in handling your comprehension assignment. It's very, very important. It's technical, it's tactical. The ability for you to be very fast in answering comprehension questions. You're going to find out that once you do that assignment that I gave, you'll be very fast in your comprehension questions. And the assignment I gave is go to 2018 JAMB past questions and do the first passage, read the passage, answer the questions that are following. But not only that, you have to identify for me the theme of that passage, the subject matter of that passage, the lexical items, and the extra grammatical items. So everybody do that assignment and pass. Pass it to me. Send it. Go to this our platform, Educate Africa. Since some of us are not in the special group, go to the English, get under the comprehension, click on the Q&A, and paste your answer there. So please, I'm going to check it out. Do it. It will help you a whole lot in your comprehension passage answering, because your ability to quickly read and identify the theme, the subject matter, the lexical items, and the extra grammatical items makes it possible for you to easily comprehend any passage you're reading, and any other subsequent questions that are coming, you'll be able to tackle them easily. And that is why I give that assignment. It's out of experience. Every student that I've trained in English language and I taught him that chemistry structure of breaking down difficult comprehensions. Once they're able to do that assignment, they are always able to smash their what's it called, comprehension passages. So please do that. I know it looks a little bit difficult, but just do it. Do it. Submit the assignment. I would like to mark it for you and see your performance. Okay, thank you. And so we've been able to cover all these living things, classification of living things, mode of nutrition, photosynthesis in plant, animal nutrition, and the rest. So we are entering the systems. So you can see this transport system, circulatory, respiratory, excretory, and this is what we are looking at, excretory system. So today, as fast as we can go, the network, my voice disturbed the class, but if we are not able to go far, I promise you that if we do excretory system today and excretory structures and products, the next time we'll see, we'll cover all the remaining systems and we'll be able to be getting ready for our exams. We have to be getting ready for our exams. It's almost here. So the last week, we are going to be using it for solving past questions. So the last week before the exams is going to be strictly solving past questions. So get ready for that. So I'm going to click on this excretory system. That's what we're looking at. I'm going to click on this and I'll allow it to start up. Okay. So this is the excretory system. Like I said, we always have a video. If you play on this video, you're going to see me teach this in a very descriptive manner. So after the class, you can always check it out. So you can always check out the video, but that's not what we're looking at today. So we're using the text base to answer. Okay. So let's get started. Excretion is simply the elimination by the organisms of waste products of metabolism. So whenever living organisms take out, eliminate waste products of metabolism from their body, they take it out. That is what we call excretion. You sweat. When you sweat, you take out things that shouldn't be in your body. When you urinate, you take out things that shouldn't be in your body. So we call that excretion, the elimination of waste products of body metabolism. Metabolism are things that go on in the body. So they produce waste products. So when you take those waste products out, we call it excretion. Now, any waste product that has resulted, it could result from chemical reactions within organisms, e.g. carbon dioxide. So any of these waste products, they are excreted. They have to be taken out of the body. So now that you've known the meaning of excretion, the next thing is to know the excretory structures of the various organisms. Very, very important. And that is what come out in JAMB every year. You just have to know them. You don't have any other option. You have to know that the excretory structure for protozoa is known as contractile vacuole. And you're going to know that the products that come out of this contractile vacuole, JAMB is going to ask you, which of these following products do not come out from contractile vacuole? And it's going to mention water, excess mineral salts, ammonia, carbon dioxide. These are the things that come out from contractile vacuole, which is the excretory part or structure of protozoa. And JAMB is going to ask you, which of the following organism has the excretory structure as phlegm cells? Phlegm cells are the excretory structure for flatworms. And what kind of metabolic waste come out from phlegm cell? We call it nitrogenous waste. And JAMB is going to ask you, which of the following organisms have the excretory structure as nephridia? Nephridia is the excretory structure of earthworms. And the kind of things or the kind of metabolic products that come out of nephridia are water, urea, CO2, and nitrogenous waste. And JAMB is going to ask you, which of the following is the excretory structure or part of insects? The excretory structure or part of insects are malpighian tubles. And what comes out there is uric waste. And JAMB is going to ask you, which of the following is not an excretory structure of vertebrates? And it's going to mention the following: lungs, kidney, skin, liver, large intestine. And they will now mention possibly malpighian tubles. So you should know that malpighian tubule is not an excretory structure of vertebrate. So you can see that vertebrate is a very developed organism. That's why it has more than one excretory structure. So vertebrates like human being, like me and you, we have up to 4 excretory structures known as the kidney, the lungs, the skin, the liver, the large intestine. For physics, the kidney is for urine, the lungs is taking out CO2, and that's why you have the skin is for taking out sweat and water. And that's why we have the following waste products coming out from human being or vertebrates. We have urine, we have urea, we have bile salts, we have carbon dioxide, we have sweat, and we have water. Then JAMB is going to ask you, what is the excretory or what are the excretory structures of plants? So the excretory structures of plants are stomata, lenticels, leaves, bark of trees, cuts, and rubber, pepper, Abi. Okay. Now, what are the products that come out from these? You have oxygen, CO2, tannins, alkaloids, gums, mucilage, lipids, and pigments, and even anthocyanins. So you have to know all these. They come out. They are very easy questions. And I told us that if you're going to be writing for medicine and surgery or pharmacy, the first subject that you should tackle in your JAMB is biology. Biology is pretty easier, easy for you to answer so that you move faster. JAMB is a time-based exam. And in writing your JAMB, they are interested in your total score, not in your personal performance in the various courses. So even if you go to maths and you're thinking you're the best in mathematics and you're able to get only 25, somebody that did not attempt maths and attempted other simpler ones and get 90 or 100 over 100, that person will make greater score than you. So make sure you put. Somebody is talking and is on Blessing Okeshola. Put your mic on mute. Chika, you're joining late again today. What happened?
I had connection problem.
Okay, connection problem. Oh, yeah, now you did not miss a lot. We too, we had connection problems. This is the first note, so you can take it down. We are just looking at the what is excretion. We are looking at the excretory system. I'm saying that excretion is the elimination of organisms, waste products of metabolism. Their excretory structures and their products. So now I'm going to be asking us one by one now. So I want you to name an organism, name the excretory structure and the products that come out from that excretory structure. Let's start with Oluwase. Very fast. Everybody, once I ask you, you have to be very audible and be very fast so that we can move on to other things.
Organisms, earthworms. excretory structures, nephridia. Then their products, water, urea, CO2, and nitrogenous wastes.
Thank you. Choma Buchi.
Organism, flatworm, excretory structure, flame cells, product, nitrogenous waste.
Good. Chika.
Insects, excretory structures, malpighian tubes, products, uric acid.
Blessing. Okay, Sola.
Flatworms, excretory structures is flame cells and product is nitrogenous waste.
The other blessing. Okay, let's continue. So the mapion tubule, the kidney, and okay. So maybe I'm gonna leave this for you guys to read through. So let's get to more important functions of the kidney. So this is another question that you're gonna be having. Which of the following is not function of the kidney? So the kidney is the chief osmoregulator. It removes toxic waste like drugs and poison. So if you have poison in your body or you take drugs often because of your sickness, it's the duty of the kidney to take out the toxins from such drugs and poisons. It produces heat, it excretes nitrogenous waste like urine. It regulates the water level in the body. It regulates the amount of salt in the body. A process known as hemostasis, and it's helped to keep the pH of the blood constant. Okay. Then talk about the skin. The skin is the largest organ of the body and covers the entire surface of the body. It's composed of outer epidermis, inner dermis, and a layer of subcutaneous fat below the dermis. Okay. The average skin is between 1 to 2 millimeter thick. Okay. You have to read this up very importantly. Let's go down again and see. Okay. So let's look at excretion in plants. Plants do not have special excretory organs. Terrestrial plants excrete carbon dioxide and water through the stomata in the leaves. Okay, the stomata excretes carbon dioxide and water and lenticels in stems and roots. Other byproducts of metabolism are as follows: tannins found in leaves of tea and unripe fruit. Alkaloids such as cocaine, morphine, and quinine. Pigments through petals and dry leaves. Example is anthocyane and resins from conifers. Okay, so those are the various byproducts from respiration. And you find out that some of these products of respiration from plants are used in they are used in medical lines and also forms of drugs like cocaine and morphine. All these are drugs, and even quinine, but they actually waste products from alkaloids, waste products from plants. Okay. And you also have oils from cinnamon tree, like the okay. Um, So the most important aspect of this excretory system is you knowing the various organisms, their excretory structures, and their products of excretion. Okay, let's still check. I think I have another topic on this. Okay, so we have some quiz on under this topic. So I would want you guys to also attempt the quiz. Please, all the assignments that I'm giving this week, I'll check all of them out by tomorrow, being Saturday. Tomorrow we are not having any class, so please, the English assignment and this very assignment, I want the two of them to be done. So do the English assignment, paste it on the Q&A, whereas the quiz for Excretory System, answer the question and answer the question as the quiz so that I can uh, check it out for myself. Okay.
Sir,
So yeah,
I've tried the quiz before, but it's not working.
you tried what?
I tried checking the quiz and the notes on this on the Educate Africans. It's not working.
Okay. So I'm gonna check it out and see what the problem is. But please, after this class, let everybody try the quiz for this Excretory System, so that if everybody is having the same issue, we can be able to sort it out from our own side here. Like I told you guys, we are working on this site. It's a new platform, and if you have any issue, always report back to me so that I can take care of it. Okay. So excretion is the removal of metabolic waste products from the body of living organisms. So there are types of waste products. We have what we call unwanted materials present in food, which are absorbed by the body. We also have what we call byproducts formed during metabolic processes in the body. And thirdly, we have excess food substances which cannot be stored in the body. So these are the three classes of waste products that could be found in the body of organisms. Unwanted material, that's material that are toxic. The body does not just want it. Byproducts formed during metabolic process. That means products that are formed while other processes are going on in the body. And excess substances, when you overfeed, it's bad. Excess substances that cannot be stored in the body. These waste products consist of carbon dioxide, urea. Urea is the most toxic form of amino acid. We also have excess water. Excess water is not needed in the body. So because excess water is also form of waste product. Then excess heat. So the removal of all these ensures balance in the system. So when you remove the things that are not needed in the body, you ensure the balance of the system, you ensure the balance of the pH, you ensure the balance of the temperature, you ensure the balance of concentration of solutes. So those are what you ensure when you remove unwanted products. And you will now ensure the best balance of the internal internal balance of the body. So take notes, those are that is the introduction of this excretory system. Make sure you watch this video. You watch this video, you also hear the same explanation I just gave you now. It's gonna be there. Okay. So let's check out the next one. And also, those of us that encounter loss of typographical error in our chemistry class, if you check back again today, you find out that all those errors they've been corrected. So always check back, like I said, as the day go by. It's about the structures which we was being explained. Okay, so you can see for protozoa is contractile vacuole, water, excess minerals. So just what I just explained to you. The flat one is phlegm cell, nitrogenous waste. So how do you memorize this? Because like I told you, this is always going to come out in your JAMB. It comes out every year. So how do you memorize it? I want to give us a clue on how to memorize this. Now, protozoa, like we all know, is a unicellular organism. So for the protozoa, which is a unicellular organism, we talk about contractile vacuole. And the excretory products are water, excess mineral, salts, ammonia. There's nothing like urea, because this is a typical, very small organism. So that is a way you can take to memorize. Then when you talk about flatworms, the excretory structure is phlegm cell, flatworm, phlegm cell. You can see that two of them are related in terms of flat phlegm. So use that way to remember that whenever you hear flatworm is phlegm cell, or whenever you hear phlegm cell as an excretory product, it should be flatworm. That's the organism. And also take note that it just removes only nitrogenous waste. Now, when you hear about earthworm, that's the one that has nephridia. So it gets out water, urea, CO2, and nitrogenous waste. Now, when you hear insects, is always malpighian tubule. Insects is malpighian tubule. Flatworm is phlegm cell. Contractile vacuole is protozoa. Nephridia is earthworm. So now, what comes out from insects? Just one thing, uric acid. But when you hear vertebrates, vertebrates includes me and you, chimpanzee, ape, monkeys. What comes out of them is urea, urine, bile salt, carbon dioxide, sweat, water, all those things come out of them. Through which organs they have plenty of them. It's not like phlegm cell or one or contractile vertical for protein. So you have the kidney is for urea, you have liver, the skin. So take note of all this. Then plants, you talk about stomata, lenticels, back of trees, cuts and pepper. So and they take out things like oxygen, CO, tannin, alkaloid gum, mucilate, lipids, and pigments. So take note of all this. This is important. This slide I'm showing you now is so important because you have summary of everything that you need in excretion in one slide. So take note of it and get ready for that. Okay, so let's move over to the next topic that we'll have before we close up. Transport system, circulatory, and respiratory. Okay, let's look at transport. So that will not come down like that. So what is transport system? Okay, movement of substances from one part of the body of an organism to the other part is termed transport. That is what transport is. Movement of substances from one part of the body to the other part. Materials such as carbon dioxide, oxygen, nutrients, and digested food need to be transported. So you need to transport oxygen from where it is produced to where it is needed. Also nutrients. Well, after digestion, you need to transport them to the various parts of the body where they can be used. So transportation is so important because you need to transport all these. Carbon dioxide, when you produce it, you need to transport it to where you can get it out since it's a waste product. So also our products, hormones, urea, salts are created to where they are used. So their system. Know that transport system is talking of the organism to another part. So what are the materials that are transported? They include carbon dioxide, oxygen, nutrients, digested food. All of them need to be transported. Even waste products, hormones, urea, salts, and antibodies. So all these need to be transported. So what is the need? Why are we having transport system? What makes transport system very important? Number one, transportation is necessary in order to ensure that materials are carried from one part of the body where they are produced or obtained to the parts where they are used or removed. So something like urea is produced somewhere, but it's taken out somewhere. So you need to transport it from where it is produced to where it is taken out. The same thing with salts, antibodies, and other materials. Now, what is the second reason for transportation? Small organisms with large surface area to volume ratio employ the simple process of diffusion for the movement of materials in and out of them. So for unicellular organisms, it's very, very important for them to move materials in and out, since they don't have very advanced structures like fully bodied multicellular organisms. In multicellular organisms, diffusion is inadequate because they possess a small body surface relative to large volume ratio. So this is because large quantities of nutrients and waste have to be transported over long distances within the body. And that is why transportation is so important. Now, surface area to volume ratio dictates the type of transport that will take place in an organism. As organisms become larger, their body surface area increases by square of the dimension, whereas the body volume increases by cube. So what are the advantages of transportation? One, it helps in supply of materials for cell metabolism. So you supply all those materials that are needed for cell metabolism. Transport helps to take them to where they are needed, where they are used. What is the second advantage of transportation? Waste products are removed. Without transport, you cannot remove sweat, you cannot remove urea through your private part. Urea is produced in the kidney, but you have to transport it from the kidney to pass through your private part for it to get out. So all these things need transportation. Without transport, movement. Transportation simply means movement of things inside the body, whether it is nutrients or waste products. So it's very, very important. Now, what are the materials that are transported? So they include, like I mentioned before, oxygen, amino acid, glucose from where it is produced to where it is used, fatty acids, glycerol, carbon dioxide, nitrogenous waste, water, hormones, vitamins, antitoxins, and inorganic source. So all these are transported. Now, what are the media of transportation? How does transportation happen? What carries all those things? So the materials are always transported in liquid media. Unicellular organisms do so through what we call protoplasm. So JAMB is going to ask you, what is the medium of transportation in unicellular? Unicellular organism means those minute organisms that you can only see using microscope. So the only way they do their transportation is through protoplasm. Whereas plants do their own through cell sap. So plants do their own transportation through cell sap. Whereas higher animals like me and you, we have what we call blood. It's our blood that is the medium of transportation. The blood carries things. And also what we call lymphatic system. So JAMB is going to ask you, which of the following is the transport medium in higher animals or in mammals? So it will write cells are protoplasm, blood and lymphatic system. So Buchi, what's the answer?
Blood.
Yeah, blood. So who answered? It's not Buchi that answered. Adekoya Olua. Adekoya
Blood.
Olua what?
Similarly.
Olua Timileni.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I don't know why I have problem pronouncing Yoruba names. I don't know. I need to take a special Yoruba class. So who is going to teach
You
me?
can come. Ah.
Who will teach me?
Hey.
I have to take a Yoruba class. So
So easy.